Every single kind of business is on Instagram creating content. You are a tourism business owner. You are a tourism business marketer. Tourism is hot on Instagram, and it's one of the easiest business models to get attention on Instagram. In this episode, I'm going to share a few of my favorite accounts that you can emulate, as well as ways that you can create a theme for your account so that it's easier for you to know what kind of content you need to create an amazing Instagram account. I highly encourage you to get started with Instagram and hopefully see that it can be a great resource for you to attract new guests, to attract interest, to attract people that you can network with in your area. This episode actually comes from my series on Instagram called the Instagram Action Plan Audio, and I'll tell you more about that at the end. Stick around and learn how you can get started using Instagram. Hey there, you're listening to the Savvy Host Podcast. If you're a vacation rental host struggling with branding, marketing, automations, and well, all the things, then you're in the right place. I'm Jodi Bourne, a vacation rental coach, marketing strategist, and a guest at more than 50 vacation rentals and counting, and I'm excited to open the door to my office, share practical tips, tools, and strategies that will help you differentiate your property, attract more bookings, and create raving fans. So if you're ready to become a savvy host, let's hang out. Instagram has been around since around 2010, I believe. I started Instagram as soon as it came out because I love photos. I love photography. I love taking pictures. And when it first started, it was just a photo app, and it has developed and developed. And of course, TikTok became all the rage. And so the short video, the reel format became very popular. Now it's really a hub of where you can have all sorts of different types of content. And I'm going to go over the different types of content in a later episode, but where you can have all of this content that's geared toward your target market. And it is such a great place to share video, to share images, to share updates, and you can help them get to know you and your properties better. Instagram is a great place for marketing because all of the target markets are out there on Instagram, all the age groups. My 72-year-old mom is on Instagram and my 21-year-old daughter is on Instagram. Now, yes, there are age groups that are a little bit more prevalent, but that's okay. There's still millions and millions of people within all age groups and all demographics that are on Instagram actively searching for travel inspiration. And that's another really exciting point about Instagram is that travel, even though engagement is down across the board for most business types and most content creators, travel content is still getting engagement, getting likes and shares and views and comments. So you as a travel marketer have a great opportunity to share that type of content, get new eyeballs on your content, get new eyeballs on your listing, create conversations around your brand and around your vacation rentals and around your destination. It is such a great platform to generate interest and what I call FOMO, the fear of missing out. I use that term a lot when I'm speaking to my clients and students about marketing because travel marketing, destination marketing, vacation rental marketing is about creating this sense of I can't wait in your followers, whether that's on your website or even in your OTA listings and on your social media, email marketing, all the places where you are actively marketing your properties. Part of what you're doing is creating this FOMO. And in order to create the FOMO, the fear of missing out, you have to understand your target market. And I call this your perfect guest avatar. This is the person that your properties are best suited for, the people that you want to do business with. Not just one avatar. You may have several. If you have several properties or different seasons, you can have several avatars. But I want you to really hone in on what your avatar wants to see from you. I have a saying, generic marketing is bad marketing. And what that means is that when you're generic, when you're showing very generic content, for example, an image of a beach, then that speaks to people who love beaches. That's the entire world who loves beaches. But what if that beach image is actually of a mom watching her kids have a great time on the beach? That speaks to moms and the experience that they want to create for their family. Or maybe it's a couple walking hand in hand along the beach. Or maybe it's a couple with a dog or kids with a dog. Different experiences speak to different people. And when you can target that audience with your marketing, with your content, then you can create this sense of FOMO. The rest of this episode is going to be talking about themes. I want you to think of the themes as the overarching reason behind your Instagram. It's what you talk about, it's what you share. And when you have that theme, then it's so much easier to create content. Again, your theme is based on your target market, but it's also based on you and your properties and your destination and the experience that you're creating. There's a lot that goes into it. Your USP goes into the type of theme you want to have on your Instagram. That's the unique selling proposition. What makes you different? What differentiates you from your competition? When you're thinking of your theme for your content, I want you to think about your USP and your target market and put it all together. So the 4 themes that I have come up with and used for the most part when I work with clients, one is the destination discovery. And I'm going to go back through these and explain a little bit more. So destination discovery, curated experiences, exceptional experiences, and heartfelt hospitality. As I go through these, think about which of these appeals more to you. Sometimes you may start with one and then gravitate toward another as you start developing your content. So, destination discovery. This theme invites your followers to explore your destination. You're going to be highlighting local attractions, the hidden gems, the local favorites, relaxing and welcoming accommodations that create that experience. They're in the perfect place to enjoy this experience that you're trying to create. You're going to be talking about the things to do in the area. You're going to be sharing some of the wineries, breweries, and again, going back to your target market and what they want to see from you, going back to that perfect guest avatar. The destination discovery theme is perfect for you if you love everything about your destination and your target market wants a lot of ideas for things to do. So if you're a property management company or you have several different types of properties that appeal to different target markets, then this is great for you. But it's also great for you if you just want to promote your destination and you usually either live in this destination or visit it often. You can create a lot of content. That's definitely a very important part of the destination discovery theme is having that content. Of course, there's lots of ways to get that content if you're not there all the time, but that does make it quite a bit easier. A great example of the destination discovery theme is from Happy in the Keys. I talk about Happy in the Keys a lot. They were a client of mine. I still work with them pretty often, and they just have it all going on. So that's why I bring them up so much. Marty, who owns Happy in the Keys, and her husband, they have an incredible host there at the properties in Marathon named Sean. He and his wife, Jackie, manage their Instagram account and their social media. And Jackie is an Instagram expert in her own, but she really has created a wonderful experience with the Happy in the Keys Instagram. It's at just all one word, Happy in the Keys. And they share tons of things to do. One of Marty's focuses is that she wants her guests to experience what it's really like to live in and in the Keys in a luxury property. So to have those luxury Keys experiences, her properties are very outfitted with pools and docks and fishing and all the things to do. Both they're beautiful homes. You don't even have to leave the place to enjoy the experience. I've been there. But there's still a ton of things to do in the Keys, and Jackie and her husband Sean and Marty do a great job of sharing those things to do in the destination. They do great stories about date nights and weekends and the sandbar Sunday. Every Sunday they show videos of being out on the sandbars and their dogs enjoying the day, the kids. So check them out and you will see lots of ideas for how you can share your destination. and all the things to do in your destination, while also highlighting that your properties are the perfect place to experience the beautiful destination and all that goes with it. The second theme is curated experiences. And this is like the destination discovery theme, except this is really much more highly targeted. So this aligns very specifically with the experience. Maybe it's ecotourism, historical tourism, foodie tourism. Maybe it's dog-friendly tourism. So this theme allows you to tailor your content to the specific interests of your target markets. Choose a theme that aligns with the things that your destination offers, but also with your own interests and how your experience is perfect home base for the people that are staying with you. Skiers, hikers, outdoor adventurers. A great example of the curated experiences theme is a friend of mine, Cooper Landing Lodge. She was in I think she was in the second round I did of my group coaching program. Her name is Amber, and she and her family have a lodge in Alaska next to a river. I want to go here so bad. I want to surprise my husband with a trip to their cabin. They live there nearby, and then all of their Instagram, all of their social media is around this experience of being in Alaska and fishing and hiking and going out in the snow and enjoying the beauty of this Alaskan getaway and wildlife and nature and birds and fish and bears and just so many really exciting adventure that she and her family, she has 3 teenage boys and her husband, and just all of the things that they do that you can experience if you were to stay at her property, Cooper Landing Lodge. And just right here as I'm going through her photos, I'm seeing photos of her kids in the kayaks, bears, fish, huge fish, people fishing, people sitting around campfires. It's a very curated feel. There's not a whole lot of extras. Here's one picture after I'm scrolling through for several minutes. There's one picture of a pizza, but everything is nature and outdoors and being outside and enjoying what you would go to Alaska for, which is nature and outdoor experiences. And she also shares reviews as well and photos from inside, but almost her entire feed is taken up by the experience, the curated experience of her destination in Alaska. The next theme is exceptional experiences. And this theme uncovers the unforgettable aspects of your guest experience, from your one-of-a-kind accommodations. If you have a really unique stay, or you have extraordinary amenities, personalized details, luxury accommodations, glamping tents, luxury beach homes, this really speaks to the experience that you're providing your guests. In this thing, maybe your guests don't really even need to leave your property to enjoy their vacation. This works really well if you are in multiple destinations as well, and you can speak to the experience that you have. Now, with the exceptional experiences, you also want to create some content about the things to do in the area. With the exceptional experiences theme, you're really putting your property and the experience in your property at the center of your Instagram. This is really going to be heavily focused on the experience that you provide your guests while they're there. They don't even have to leave. So think of a resort feel. Or if you're not in your destination often, but your property is big and beautiful or nice and has a chef's kitchen and these little extras that make it an experience unto itself, then this is a great theme for you to use. So the examples I have for the exceptional experiences theme are both 2 clients of mine and 2 friends from Wimberley. One is Spoon Mountain Glamping. I also talk about them quite a bit, and I'm working on a case study for everything that I've put into place for their business over the last couple of years. They have glamping tents, and almost all of their Instagram feed is taken up with how to experience glamping in the hill country. The beautiful sunset, relaxing on the patios. They have bubble baths, watching the birds and the deer and all of that. It's all about the experience there at their glamping property. Now, they do share things to do in the community on occasion, but probably 1 out of every 10 photo is something to do in the area, where the rest are getting a massage on the back deck or laying in the hammock and enjoying the sound of the birds, those kind of things. And the Utopian is also glamping outside of Austin. They have had a ton of influencers who have come and stayed and media coverage of their experience. So she and Tyler, the owner, has a curated collection of photos and videos from all of the influencers who have stayed with them, friends and family who have come, and she just has a ton of great content. They have beautiful decks that overlook the hill country. They have hammocks, they have hot tubs. They have these gorgeous Mongolian tents with hand-painted, beautiful, bright-colored doors and beds and the transom that holds the yurt up from the inside. I keep saying Mongolian tents. I hope she doesn't hear this because she gets onto me for saying tents when it's a yurt, which is completely different from a tent. It's really cool. I'm gonna be going there tomorrow to see one of them. So, just like Yvette with Spoon Mountain Glamping, they're sharing their own unique experience. And so that's another really good example of the exceptional experiences theme. And then there's heartfelt hospitality. And this theme works well for you if you're in multiple destinations, but you have a heart for hospitality. You have a heart for creating a really cozy experience. You have lots of thoughtful touches, and you have a real love of welcoming guests to your properties. You want to share your destination content, but a lot of your content is just about how cozy and warm your properties are. A really good example of the heartfelt hospitality theme is one of my favorite new follows. I started following her recently. And she, Amanda, has created the lodge on Twinkle Lane in Carlton Landing, Oklahoma. And her entire Instagram is mostly made up of how amazing her hospitality is, what kind of a cozy and wonderful atmosphere she has created. Now, she has a podcast all about things to do in her area. She also has a travel guide that she shares. So she knows a lot about the area and she helps people have a really good time in her small town. But when you're looking through the photos of her property, you can really see how much she cares about providing an amazing, comfortable stay. She's into eco-friendly, environmentally friendly, and environmentally sensitive cleaning supplies and products. She's into a chemical-free lifestyle, low tox, fragrance-free, all of those things. So she cares about those types of things in her home. So you can see that throughout some of her photos that she shares. She also has lots of photos of people reading in corners of the property in a shade under a shady tree or in the corner by a fire, s'mores, coffee cups, just the stacks of dishes. And she shares really nice photos of her amenities, really good up close photos of the amenities that really show you that she's putting a lot of thought and detail into the experience that she's creating, that she cares about the experience that her guests are going to have there. And she's sharing her hospitality. She shares a lot of her reviews. She has an entire series that shares the herbs and spices and kitchen utensils and appliances and so many of the other little things that make her stay very comfy and cozy and wonderful. And the soaps and bath products and the throws and decor. It's just really, she does a really good job. She also loves to read, and that it is very evident because she has a really great library in her property that she shares. She also does a really great job of sharing about her family and about the reasons that she has created this space and created this experience. You can just see it in everything that you read and the photos that she takes. I really have enjoyed getting to know her through her personal and her business Instagram. I want you to think about the themes that I have gone over and think about how you can fit your content into one of these themes. So I want you to think about which of these has resonated most with you. Think about the images that you have or that can be readily available, what you know about your destination, who your target audience is, who is your guest avatar, and what are the things that are going to appeal to them the most. Maybe create a bullet point list of your favorite photos or the questions that people ask. However, you come up with the theme that you're going to use for your Instagram is really going to guide you in all of the content that you share. And that's your stories and the reels and your just the static posts. Just remember that when you have a unified look and feel to your Instagram account, and when you know that you are focusing on a particular type of experience in your Instagram, that people are going to recognize your images and your videos as they come through the feed, especially if you're using some brand imagery consistently. Um, and it makes it so much easier to create content to plan content, to know what you're going to post next week. It's just so much easier. Now, I want to mention that this episode is actually taken from the first episode of my Instagram Action Plan audio series. I edited a little bit out of it, but if you want to sign up for that, there are 5 additional episodes. This was episode 1 of that series. There's 5 additional episodes. It's all free. It comes with a workbook. I'm going to share that in the show notes, but it's jodibourne.com/Instagram. And you can download that or get that, and you'll get links to the additional audio episodes and the workbook. And you can join my Savvy Host network, where other hosts who have done the Instagram action plan and some of my other things are there in the Savvy Host network. It's a community that I am trying to slowly create to share my marketing and vacation rental knowledge with those of you who would like to join me. Either way, I will leave the links to all of those things in the show notes, as well as a link to my Instagram. I would love for you to give me some feedback on this episode and any of the episodes, or anything that you would like me to help you with. If you have a question about marketing or creating the perfect vacation rental experience, I would love to enlighten you with some advice on the podcast. Regardless of that, have a great week, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.